who have already earned their body or are using supplements, because some are quite supplements as in steroids, it's quite obvious. All they're posting is band workouts.
Fancy workouts.
Fancy but band workouts. Someone comes to mind while I'm thinking of this. I've never seen her lift a weight, but she's massive as in muscle mass. Like, you know, it's not natural for her to have that. She only does band workouts all over her Instagram. And her butt is obviously positioned towards the camera nicely. I get it, you need content, but the problem is all these girls who, you know, moms that are at home, oh, I can gain that just at home with bands, and they waste all this time doing it. And yes, you are burning calories, don't get me wrong. And you might, you know, lift your butt, but the amount of muscle she has is not earned from bands. You're juicing if that's all you're doing, you know, because there's no way you need to lift heavy, which takes me to my second point. If you are working out at home, you know, you can start with dumbbells if you're a beginner, and you're going to see great progress, but through time, I highly recommend that you invest in a squat rack. And it doesn't have to be a huge one like mine. In the apartment, I had like a small one. It was like 2 little stands. When you're done using them, you combine them together, you move them aside. If you want to see it, watch my home gym basics, and it goes through what is the best equipment for small space, what I found to be most beneficial. If you can invest in just that, it's like a barbell and a simple squat stand, you can do so much with it and you will grow. But as a beginner, you're gonna grow regardless with dumbbells. So start with that, and once you know your wrist can't take holding 50-pound dumbbells in each hand, because you'll gain strength, and eventually you don't want to hold dumbbells like that. It's time to invest in a rack, which is a really good investment. So do that. Okay. Do you have to eat at a surplus to gain? Not necessarily, but here's the thing. They each have their pros and cons. You can eat at maintenance and still gain muscle mass, but it's going to take you a very, very long time. Think years. Don't think you're gonna really see changes within, you know, 4 or 5 months. Whereas if you bulk, 4 or 5 months is a good bulk. 6 months is a good bulk. However, you are gonna gain a little bit of fat. So then you have to go through the cutting phase, which that's why everyone, like, people who don't like to think complex, think bulking and cutting, it's boring, it's too much work, it's you know, like, I just can't, you know, they think it's harder than it really is until you do it and you're like, this is simple, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And they like a more steady path of maintenance. Or if you really don't want to gain not even a freaking pound of fat and you're like, no, I'm scared of it, then yeah, you could do maintenance if you accept the time frame. So you can do both, see what works better for you. If you're really lean and you're wanting to pack on mass, skip maintenance, just head to bulking, because I went from 14% body fat, super tiny, extra small and everything, and it took me a long time to gain size, and I was eating 3,000 calories. So if you're really tiny, don't do maintenance. I mean, you're gonna be doing that shit for like 8 years, 10 years.
You have to bulk to get a booty too.
And yeah, that's another thing. I have girls who have a little bit of fat on them that come and want to start my program, and they're like, you know, I want to bulk, I want a butt, and I tell them, you already have some fat on you, we don't know what you look like under this fat, you haven't done weightlifting, so for all you know, as you burn fat, your waist gets smaller, your booty gets bigger, you may never need a bulk, so don't do that step if you don't have to. First, now you're stuck with this weight, you lost your motivation, and you're worse than you were when you first started, you know? So first get lean, see where your body is, and then you don't have to eat at a crazy surplus. You can just slight surplus, and that way you don't gain too much. So that's another thing. I always try to stress it because everyone wants to bulk, and I don't know if they say it more because it sounds like progress to them, but don't bulk if it's not necessary. You know, first see where you are. Moving on, hip dips. I just had somebody recently tell me, girl, your booty is perfect, but it would be even more perfect if you worked your side booty. You know, where you're missing something. I was like, those are my hip dips. I can't do shit about that. It's important that you ladies know that this is just the genetic build of hair perfectly and have hips, which obviously it's not common. It's more common on Instagram. Like, I know it makes it feel like you're an outcaster, but unfortunately, it sucks to have to tell you this, women can now get injection. I mean, not can now, like probably forever. Get injections in their hips to fill out that area, because right now that's what everyone loves, is those glamorous hips. You can Photoshop it, I'm sure. But not a lot of people have that area filled out, and there's nothing you can do about it because there's no muscle there. You know, you can't. But
one more, you did a whole video of that.
I did do a whole video on it, but really quickly, you can help minimize it a little. Now, it could either be to lose or gain. In my case, it was to gain. I had them really bad when I was skinny. When I packed on muscle, and a little bit of fat, it helped that area. But for those people that have fat, that's the cause of it. Like say you have love handles and then you have your hip dip and then maybe you store fat in your leg. If you lose weight and your love handles go down and the fat in your leg, you're obviously going to help with that. So the more fit you are, the better it'll look. But it's just, sorry girls, you can't do anything about hip dips. I wish, trust me, I wish, but we're stuck like that. And now this one's a big one because I hear it all the time. So, you know, what food did you eat or foods did you eat? And I can't tell you exactly what I ate because I ate a shit ton in the last 4 years. I will tell you, you need to make sure to eat enough protein to build and sustain muscle. And by enough, I'm not saying eat 150 grams of protein because that is so unnecessary. But you need to eat enough protein for your body. And you should just conscious wise try to eat healthy. I do like the 80-20 rule where my whole day could be like mostly clean and then I'll have a cookie or ice cream or something, especially during a bulk. It makes it a little easier if you have like one treat, but just be smart about it. Like, you know, don't eat garbage on a bulk. You'll pay for it. You're gonna gain fat, more fat than muscle because obviously it's not just about macros, it's about micronutrients and making sure that, you know, you're really feeding and fueling your body, and junk food is not gonna cut it for you. It's not gonna do what you need it to do. You're also gonna end up with like a lot of cellulite if you eat a lot of sugar during your bulk. You're gonna end up with pimples, bulking. That's why you kind of want to eat on the cleaner side. So I mean, I can't tell you exactly what I ate, but I made sure it was clean. Rice, salmon, you know, that could be one meal. Chicken with veggies, or, you know, be real, you know, just eat right. I just feel like there's so much you can say about what you can eat. It's very difficult to go into that. Chipotle. I can almost credit everything for my booty gains, right? No, just be conscious of what you eat. Make sure, you know if you're eating right. You know if you're being way too dirty with your diet and you got to clean it up. So that's another one. What matters is if you're eating enough for your goals. You know, you can have two girls working on the same goals with completely different calories. So just make sure you're eating the right amount for you. And the last thing I'm asked very often, what are your favorite leg and booty workouts? What do you think they are? The ones I've been posting for the past. How many years have we been on YouTube? 4. 4 years?
4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
Same ones. If you watch all my leg days, same ones. They have helped me grow. The only thing that I kind of recently added, as in like 2 years ago, which I've seen great improvement since, is leg presses to grow my quads. That was the game changer because I had skinny legs and I really wanted to grow mass, and I don't know, you told me get on the floor, let's see if we can do it on the Smith machine or something, and we did it, and I loved it, and I continue to do it. You just can't go too heavy when you're using a Smith machine because the weight is on top of you rather than on an angle on an actual leg press machine. So you're limited weight, and you got to make up for that by mind-muscle connection and a little bit higher reps, but it's doable. Yeah, you just don't want to pack on a lot of weight because it's harsh on your spine. So you gotta, put your health first and safety first.
And the last one is gym or home workouts.
Gym or home workouts?
No, the fact that they say that you should be working at a gym.
Oh, that people say you get more results in a gym. Well, the reason for that is because you have ability to have extra weights and machinery, and some people do better with motivation, I guess. Not me. I hate waiting on people. I hate wiping sweat off things.
You can still get a booty when you work at home?
Yes, you can get a booty at home. But like I said, you can't just do bands. You gotta move into dumbbells, and once you're advanced and your wrist can't take it anymore, you gotta find other ways. And a simple squat rack can do it. A T-bar doesn't take a lot of space. You probably hide it under the bed or sofa.
That was the best one for the apartment.
That one was amazing. And you just pack on weight. So once you keep getting stronger, you just keep packing on weight. So I mean, watch that video. It's the home workout essential home.
Whole link. What's
yeah.
that?
I gotta go eat.
So you're saying a squat is the same A squat in the gym?
Squat at home, the same as squat in the gym. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think I got everything. It might be lengthy. Sorry, but not sorry, because I think you guys like it. And if you're really interested in this in building your glutes, I think that it's worth watching. Yeah, it's a coffee talk minus the coffee. We will try to do more, but I will end it now.
Or comment questions.
Yeah, comment questions below to help me do these, because sometimes I need ideas, you know? So, yeah. Hashtag love it if you love it. It makes me feel good. Motivates me. Tells me you guys actually enjoy the video and I'm not wasting my time. Be sure to be subscribed. Hit the little bell right by the subscribe button so you're notified every time you post a video. And until next